So this reading is from Parashat Canaan in Sefer of Avraham, or Deuteronomy. It's at the beginning of the Parashat. And Moshe has been pleading with Hashem, with God, to let him cross the Yarden, the Jordan River, and to enter into Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. But God doesn't allow him to go inside. So instead of him going into the land and seeing that part of the land where he would be, instead he gets to see the whole of Eretz Yisrael. So Moshe says to Hashem, to God, let me now cross and see the good land that is on the other side of the Jordan, this good mountain and the Lebanon. This is Parashat Canaan, and this is verse 25. Let me now cross and see the good land that is on the other side of the Yarden, this good mountain and the Lebanon. Hashem says to him, listen, stop talking to me about this, because Moshe pleaded with God 515 times, and God said, stop, don't speak to me about it anymore. So God tells Moshe to ascend to the top of the mountain and raise your eyes westward, northward, southward and eastward, and see with your eyes, for you shall not cross this Jordan. So the verse in Hebrew is Ale Rosh HaPiska Vasa Enecha Yama Vatsafona Vatemana Umizracha Oe Be'enecha Ki Lo Ta'avo Et Yarden Hazeh. Hashem then goes on to tell Moshe that in verse 28 we see that it says, but you shall command Yoshua ben Nun, and strengthen him and give him resolve, for he shall cross before this people, and he shall cause them to inherit the land that you will see. So the verse in Hebrew is Vatsav et Yoshua v'chazkehu umamtzehu ki hu yavo lifnei ha'am hazeh v'hu yanchil otam et haaretz asher tir'eh. So the word used for Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, to inherit the land is yanchil, and yanchil is coming from the same root as nachala, and nachala means estate, property, inheritance. It's something that's passed on from one to another. And then you have nachalat avot, which is family property, heirloom. It's something that is passed within the family from father to son, etc. The Hebrew words are very relevant, because in English you might have the word inherit, but it could be that word inherit could mean different things in different contexts. So we have to look at the Hebrew to see what the Hebrew word is, so we understand what the root, what it really means. And when you inherit something, when it's passed on from one to another, it's yours and only yours. So we see that the land of Canaan, it was given to the Jewish people. They would inherit the land, and it would be theirs and only theirs. There is another verse that I want to quote, also in Parashat Canaan, and it's in chapter 4, verse 1. And the verse in English is, now, O Israel, listen to the decrees and to the ordinances that I teach you. This is Moshe talking. Now, O Yisrael, listen to the decrees and to the ordinances that I teach you to perform, so that you may live, and you will come and possess the land that Hashem, the God of your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob obviously, gives you. So the verse in Hebrew is Va'ata Yisrael Shma et hachokim ve'et hamishpatim asher anochi malamed etchem la'asot lama'an tehiyu uvatem vevishtem et haaretz asher Adonai Elohei avotechem noten lechem. So again, we want to look at which Hebrew word is used when it comes to talking about taking possession of the land. And the word is Verishtem. Verishtem is from the root which has a word Yarash, which means inherit, take possession of. So they inherit the land and they have to take possession of the land, physical possession of the land. So we see from these two verses that I've just read that the land of Israel was passed on, given to the Jewish people, to Am Yisrael, by God, and they had to receive it, and not only receive it, they had to cross the Jordan Valley and take possession of this land. This is what was commanded of them, and this is what they had to do. And Yehoshua ben Nun would cross the Yarden, with the Jordan River first, and he would cause them to inherit this land.